Greetings and salutations, Second Star Right, back with more Raid Shadow Legends. And yes, obviously it is a double summons event for Sacred Shards today. And yes, I realize that I look a bit scruffy and disheveled today. I am unshaven, but it was a hard week at work, and we have a 3-day weekend, and there are some things I'm going to deprioritize, and one of those is my physical appearance. Not going to worry about it today. Just not going to do it. It's going to be a lazy, relaxing day of drawing shards on my double summons event weekend in Shadow Legends. Okay, so I have 6 shards, and what I might do is flip over to my freer to play account and open I think I have 3 over there. I might open those too, just to get that on camera in case anything cool happens. I don't think I've drawn a legendary on my freer to play account in a while, so maybe that would be something that we could have a look at. I remember one of my first videos. I think I did a whole video when I had 1 sacred shard. And I think I stretched that to like 7 minutes. So I know I can wax lyrical at times, but I will try to not do that today. But sometimes it just happens. I go off on tangents, and I tend to talk about things that aren't really related to what I'm talking about on the screen. But what are you gonna do? It's a community, right? We're a community. We can talk about things other than the topic at hand if we deem it necessary. All right, so back to my 6 sacred shards. Midweek I had pulled 10 ancients just for food, and a Bistophus showed up. So it's quite possible I've kind of had my legendary for this week. We shall see. Oh, and there's also a bonus chance of getting Countess Lix, and I have Astralon. So that would be nice since they are a nice little tandem there. But again, not going to get my hopes up. I kind of already my grammar's upstairs sleeping. Drew legendary this week. So let's just press on, shall we, and see what we have in store. Oh my gosh, and I pull one right off the bat. I mean, it's a Trunda, which ordinarily I would be hooping and hollering at getting a Trunda, because Trunda is one of the best damage dealing champions out there, but I already have one. I know, yeah, she drops her hammer. Like, what? Are you kidding me? You already have one? Yeah, I do. So I have a duplicate Trunda. Still, that's a great initial pull after complaining that I probably wasn't getting any legendaries. Trunda comes out of the ether right then, which is awesome. Trunda is a fantastic champion. Again, fantastic damage dealer, and I actually just 6-starred her recently. I got her on an ancient shard months ago, and I never really built her. I know, and I know. So I was late to the party on Trunda. Maybe that's why I was late to the party. Like, everyone was talking about Trunda, and so I was like, well, I'm not going to build mine just to go against the grain. But regardless, Trunda's great, and I drew her, and it's good times are had by all. Okay, now in the epic... Oh, we have Frostbringer. I have her on my free-to-play account, and I wanted to use her for Faction Wars, thinking that if I can just book this 1 shard on her Arctic Winds, which is a good skill, probably the only really good thing she's good for, and increased speed and increased attack on all allies for 2 turns, that'd be great. But again, I booked this entire skill, and then this entire skill, and then finally booked the one that I actually wanted, and then I ended up not using her Faction Wars after a while. So Frostbringer I don't have a lot of good memories of. Sorry, Frostbringer. You have a grade A3, and the rest just, kind of worthless. Okay, and here we have Necro Hunter. Defense down A1, can't go wrong. I have a video on Necro Hunter when he was used for fusion. I took him just to level 50. But there are stories of people using him on Clan Boss because his A1 is really good in that really good niche, and then he veils himself too, which gives him some damage resistance. Anyway, people have used him on Clan Boss and have been successful. Your mileage may vary, but defense down A1 is always a nice thing to have. What was his A2? Oh, a possible extra hit on a 3-turn cooldown, which isn't bad. He's fine. I wouldn't sweat bringing him up to 60 if you had him. Probably not all necessary. I'm sure you have something better. Okay, and Basilisk. He has a cool skill somewhere, right? Is it this one? Yeah, he revives himself and then block damages for a turn. So he's kind of cool in a Blunder team, but the 6-turn cooldown, it kind of makes it Yeah, so I think my overall impression of this champion is it's fine. Anyway, I think I got one up to 50 on my freer to play account, and then just kind of stopped. You outgrow them pretty quickly. Okay, come on. Oh, Sandlash Survivor. Again, these are all duplicates for me, but Sandlash is a great champion if you do not have one yet. A lot of great utility. It has Ally Protect on allies for 2 turns when any ally's hit point drops below 50, so it's a passive. So you get an Ally Protect, which is a fantastic buff as a passive, and then block damage on her for a turn. So really good 4-turn, like, oh shit, emergency passive, which is cool. That comes in handy a lot. And then she also decreases duration of buffs by a turn, and then increases your buffs. So a nice little support A2 there, and then a provoke on her A1. So Sandlash Survivor is a really fun champion. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have an army of them already, I'd be pretty pleased. Okay, last one on this account, and we have, come on, someone that I don't have, Sochi. Okay, I don't know about the rope bondage that she's into, but if it's functional, I guess that's fine. That's fine. I can't imagine that she did that herself, but that's okay. I don't know. I'm not here to judge. Okay, attacks all enemies. So we have an AoE A1 with 40% chance of placing a decreased accuracy for 2 turns. Okay, so AoE decreased accuracy A1. That's kind of cool. Heart Pierce, 2-turn cooldown A2. That's interesting. Attacks 1 enemy, 75% chance of placing a decreased crit rate in a leech. Okay, not too high on the decreased crit rate. There are other ways to mitigate that, I feel. But I guess it can prevent some hard hits and leech. But a leech is nice on A2. But this is a lot of books. But still, getting it down to a 2-turn cooldown might be interesting. I'll check her damage multipliers on the spreadsheet later, and we'll see if that's something worth pursuing. Okay, 50% A3. It's 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns, then attacks 1 enemy and fills the turn meters of all allies by 20% if this attack is critical. So it's a 100% crit build person. And you can get that down to 3 turns. So we have a 2-turn, booked 2-turn A2 and a 3-turn A3. So she's going to be using her abilities a lot. That's kind of cool. And then, what is this? A passive that unlocks Essential Level 3. Revives a random ally with 30% hit points whenever this champion kills an enemy. Okay, that's interesting. There's some synergy there because you're gonna want 100% crit on a support champion. So she's not really built for damage, but it looks like she has the potential to do so. Okay, 50% chance of placing a fear on all enemies for 1 turn whenever an ally's around. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So she has some interesting abilities. I guess the problem is the number of books. Looks like she needs a lot of books. But once she's booked, she's using her special abilities a lot. And then there's a cool revive passive. Sochi has potential. She might be worth taking a look at. I don't mean gawking at the rope bondage pixels. Come on, guys. But worth investigating investigating her viability as a support champion that can deal some damage and has some interesting skills. I don't know. I'm interested in the kit of this champion. Might worth just investigating because it's kind of cool. All right, so let's get out of here right now, and let's out, and let's bring up my free-to-play account and see what we can get going over there. Okay. All right. I wonder if I hope it's load. I hope I loaded it up. Did I load it up? Yeah, I did. Okay, and that's you. And let's get in here. All right, thanks for bearing with me for that moment. So this is my my freer to play account, Porcupine Racetrack. I hope that reference means something to some of you out there. I don't know. Again, I'm a '90s kid, right? So, I guess I was a '90s college kid. That really dates me, and I'm sorry for that. But there was this show on MTV called The State, which was amazing. And they had this skit called Porcupine Racetrack, which was the most absurd thing I have ever seen. And it just it really strikes a chord with me. It's not on YouTube, but you can find it on Vimeo, the actual skit. You can find people doing the skit on YouTube, and they recreated that as a Zoom call in 2020 for COVID. The cast of The State, who you recognize: Joe LaTruglio is on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Thomas Lennon, Michael Ian Black, David Wayne. A lot of people who write a lot of good stuff and are directors and actors, and they've succeeded from The State, is what I'm saying. Anyway, Porcupine Racetrack, I think, is one of their crowning achievements, and it's on Vimeo. Just check it out if you like stuff that's ridiculous and silly, like I do. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go into the portal. We only have 3 shards, but I figured we'd make a day of it, you and I. All right, let's see what we can do on my free-to-play account. Freer-to-play account. I have spent a little bit of money on here. What are you going to do? Sometimes when there's a deal, you just take advantage of the deal. What are you going to do? All right, I got Fark in the back. Who's an awesome champion. I just brought him to 60 on my other account, the account we were just drawing on, and he helped me finish Doom Tower. So awesome. It's a great addition to any account, Fark in the Fat. Decreased defense, A1. He's got HP burn and poisons on A2, which is amazing. Increased crit rate, increased crit damage buff for all allies, and then an ally attack. And then a passive where he takes all incoming damage from this champion onto his allies. Kind of a dick move, but the trade-off, I think, is worth it. This is a really, really, really good champion. That's awesome. I'm pleased. I am pleased for my free-to-play account. All right, and okay, Talia, who is a good champion, nothing to write home about. She's one of the old school originals. She just has a personal counterattack. She has a 3-turn, 3-attack A1, so some Fire Knight utility there. And if you ascend her, you can get the big versions of the increased attack and the increased crit rate. And then if Fennex is on the team, again, I don't know why it's necessary to have a Talia and Fennex team in 2021, but maybe it still has some viability. Bombs are kind of cool. They ignore defense. Nothing wrong with that. And then she has a counterattack and weaken as her A3. And then also a crit rate dungeons by 15%, which is okay, but the other Force champion exists that does 33%, so I would go with that one. I had a guy now. What is her name? I'm going to have to take a time out here on my last shard so you can see who's that other one that does the... Yeah, right here. Luthia. Yeah, she's fantastic. But she has a 33% crit rate in dungeons. So if it's between Talia and Luthia, I think I would choose Luthia every time. Luthia is an amazing champion. Okay, so let's get this last one out of the way. All right, let's see. Come on, let's get some gold here for my freer-to-play account, shall we? Let's do. Not listening to me this time. Oh, and it's Hellgazer. Not a great champion. Everyone's probably familiar with Hellgazer from running 12-3 Brutal to farm silver and raise your champion's level, your farming level. So she's fine. Nothing great to work around about. So this is kind of a unfortunate series of events for my free-to-play account. Did not really get anyone good except for Fark in the Fat. So, having 1 out of 3, a 33% awesome rate on your sacred shards, I guess that's okay, right? That's okay. You want to pull 10 of these just to see what happens? Let's pull 10 ancients. I mean, they're just ancients. Who cares? Do I get anything good? Maybe we do. Tanics, okay. Well, not so great. And that's that. Okay, and essential. Okay, so, all right. So I got some food. Food for my free-to-play account. That's fine. All right, guys, thanks again. And I want you guys to enjoy your 3-day weekend. If you have a 3-day weekend, much like we do in the States, for my Canada and Europe, Russia, diaspora of people out there who do not have a 3-day weekend, I apologize, and I hope you have fun on your next 3-day weekend, whenever that may be. But for me, I'm going to enjoy mine, and maybe later I'll even shave. I don't know. Anything's possible. It's a 3-day weekend. I can do whatever. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Have fun, and I'll see you next time. All right, take care. Bye.